ever get married?
Absolutely not. Not with the current marriage laws, not with the current state of how men are treated in divorce court with our assets and stuff like that. I believe in having a family. I do think, if you want to have a family, raise children, you can do that. But if you're a 7-figure, 8-figure earner, the odds are stacked against you that one day your partner can leave, take half your stuff. Even if you protect your assets, it's not the best decision. I think keeping yourself protected is a much better decision than getting.
You need to prepare for marriage. You need to prepare for marriage right now. Today. You need to learn leadership. You need to learn how to be disciplined. And you need to learn how to have responsibility. It's going to come from you practicing every day. I just told y'all that if you do something repeatedly over two and a half months, it will become a habit for you. So look here. So you got to prepare for marriage, y'all. You got to prepare for marriage. Because you don't have to go to Paul. You talking about you self-pleasuring? No. And you're messing up other times with an actual woman? No. No. You need to prepare for marriage. And you do that by learning how to become a leader. You can find that in the Bible. And you can find other men, older men, that are operating in leadership, not in panderism. So you're not just looking at, oh, I've been married for 50 years, so I know what to do. Happy wife, happy life. That's not leadership. That's pandering. No, that's the wrong one. You want somebody that manages his house well, doesn't mind making the rules and managing the rules and enforcing the rules and having consequences for the rules for somebody, if anybody, wife, children, anybody, breaks the rules. That's the type of leadership that you're looking for to pattern after around that person. See what they're doing, how they're doing it. Even work, you can see if a person is running a good managed operation on a company or something like that, get around them, volunteer, whatever you got to do so you can learn about leadership, management. And then discipline. Hey, discipline, you need to get in this word. You need to get into this prepping for marriage every day, knowing that you have the fruit of the Spirit. And you need to have discipline and self-control while you're waiting or while you're preparing for marriage. Come on now. And you need to be responsible. You need to have some accountability. Build your life. You're building your life because this is the life that you're building for you and your wife, for your future. So you need to have a work ethic. You need to have a job. You need to have financial discipline. You need to show that you can be disciplined in your finances, that you ain't got to buy everything, anything, however, whenever. The Bible talks about having financial discipline. How, if you be faithful over the little, then he'll make you a ruler over much. Look at the talents, the 5 talents. Because he managed those 5 talents well and created more from what he had. God said, you good and faithful servant, go into the house of the Lord. You need to work on that. You need to start meditating on that. You need to start practicing that. Get you some books, get with some financial plans, real financial plans that's actually doing it in their own lives, and pattern yourself in that financial discipline. And do it every day. Why? Again, 2.5 months, 66 days comes a habit. And then you need to also start focusing on your purpose. You need to find out what your purpose is. You'll find out what your purpose is as you're doing what you're doing, as you're getting in that word, as you're being disciplined in the word, practicing the word, practicing getting in that word instead of listening to Andrew Tate and Nick Fuentes and all these people. You're going to begin to hear from God. Listen to people like Myron Golden and folks like that. Even Miles Monroe. Some people tried to come down on Miles Monroe. Don't listen to the wrong stuff. But listen, Miles Monroe, others, listen, learn. And you'll begin to get passionate about some things. God will begin to show you some things that he wants you to do with your life. And you'll know, you know what, this is my purpose. Because you'll have a holy anger, a righteous anger about it. You'll be like, I want to be able to do something about it. And you'll have the ability, the gift, and the talents to be able to do something about it. And you'll go forth in it. Doesn't matter who else is doing it. You're going to have your own way approach to meet the demand that God wants you to do.